So we have the arrival of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3, and we have tons of secrets available in the new season. The return of Colombo, all brand new collaborations which you definitely don't want to miss out on. And also some brand new free rewards which you definitely want to make sure you're not missing out on. This season is jam-packed with tons of content that we're going to be going over here in today's video. But trust me, don't go anywhere. But first, we're getting so close to my goal of 430,000 subscribers. And if you subscribe right now, I'd greatly appreciate it. And as a bonus, consider dropping a like if you'd like to see this on your account the next time you log in. And if any of you guys had to pick up anything inside of the item shop for yourself, do consider using my support creator code YTORAY, as it greatly supports the channel that extra mile. And with all of that being said, let's jump straight into all of the brand new secrets in Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 3. So obviously Fortnite Super is now here. We have Dago as the main villain of this season with his brand new location, Demon's Domain, which honestly is probably one of the cooler locations. We did actually have leaks that this area, obviously, which was once known as Mass Meadows, was supposed to have become the Fortress of Solitude. And well, obviously that is not the case, considering we have Dago taking over this entire POI. But that's not to say that the Fortress of Solitude will not be making its way to the game, as we do know that will be arriving at some point over the course of the season, most likely when the Superman skin will officially be made available. As obviously you can see from the bonus rewards menu, we can see that the skin itself will be available on July 11th, just 4 days before the movie actually releases. And well, obviously you guys can get your hands on that skin early right now if you do purchase the battle bundle, which I think is actually quite cool. I normally buy this bundle every single season anyways, and now, well, as you can see, I do actually own the brand new Superman skin, definitely a lot better than the old one in my opinion. But we're going to be getting an entire update themed around Superman. Obviously, we did see how some of his brand new mythics in the actual cinematic trailer, as we will actually be able to fly around the Fortnite Island, which you can see right here, and also use his super strength. Now, this is obviously going to be the brand new super ability that we do get here in this season, kind of similar to the way we were able to take control of Godzilla in Chapter 6 Season 1, take control of Dr. Doom as well in Chapter 5 Season 4, and I suppose most recently take control of the Star Destroyer by the first person entering the portal getting the powers of the character. Obviously in this case it's gonna be Superman. And while the Fortress of Solitude should finally be making its way to the game, obviously for that brand new update, along with the arrival of Crypto in the form of a brand new companion, considering we do know companions will be actually arriving very soon, as they're basically going to work like little AI side characters who basically will follow you around the Fortnite Island, which I honestly think is so cool. It looks like all of our previous pets that we've actually had in our locker for all these years will also be getting this update too. So if you guys own any of pets such as Bonesy, Rocket, the Child, or any of those sorts, you'll be able to use them in the form of a brand new companion, which is actually pretty cool. And you'll be able to talk to them kind of similar to Darth Vader, being able to ask them questions, mark different players or enemies on the map, which is definitely pretty cool, and every person should actually be getting the availability to unlock at least one of these companions. Considering they're going to be a bit of a game changer when it comes to Fortnite, be sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited for that. But also on the Fortnite Island, we obviously had tons of brand new map changes. And one of them most notably is the arrival of brand new bunkers, which can now be found across the entire island, which do actually have the Supernova logo on them, which you can see right here. And while it's not known exactly what the purpose of these bunkers is actually going to be, I wonder if it'll be kind of similar to the bunkers we did actually have back in Chapter 5, where basically they'll open up halfway through a match and you'll actually be able to get some pretty cool loot for them. We'll obviously have to wait and see. I do think they were actually a pretty cool addition in Chapter 5, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made their way back. Or they could potentially even be tied to something to do with the storyline, as it does look like we could also be seeing the return of Colombo, as well as some people are reporting that you can actually hear Colombo sounds coming from these bunkers. And I mean, we haven't seen Colombo in Battle Royale in quite a long time. I mean, I think the last time we had him was in Chapter 3. And most recently, he obviously made his way into Lego Fortnite. And while I think Colombo making a return here in Chapter 6 Season 3 would honestly be super cool, as you could obviously be helping out the superhero. So we'll obviously have to wait and see exactly what happens to those. Be sure to keep an eye on those bunkers over the course of this season, as I'm guessing we're going to be seeing some changes to them. But don't worry, we have even more as well from the arrival of brand new collaborations and even more Easter eggs that you guys definitely don't want to miss out on. But we are here at Demon's Domain and we have the masked Dago boss. We're going to try and grab his mythic items, and obviously we are wearing the masked Dago skin ourselves. Personally, one of my favorite skins that has actually released this season. I think its design is honestly so cool. Eating into his health here. And when you're taking him down, just be sure you're taking off the masks that you can see because they do make such a difference. Come on, Dago, time to go. Come on. We have him stunned here, and he is about to go. GG's. Give me that medallion and the mythic. Thank you very much. But we do know Dago's obviously the big villain here inside of this season. And obviously the superhero team Supernova is obviously tasked with taking him down. And well, quick spoilers if any of you guys don't want to know exactly what's going to be happening. By the very end of the season, considering this is also going to be quite a short season ending on August 8th, meaning it's only going to be roughly 2 months long, which is actually kind of crazy. As it does look like Dago's main mission here inside of this season is to take down the bubble surrounding the Fortnite island. As obviously we did see that in the Death Star Sabotage live event, which was honestly super cool. We haven't seen this reality bubble in so long. I think ever since Fortnite Chapter 3 as well, to be honest. And well, it looks like this bubble will actually be popped by the very end of the season, more or less leaving the map in a sort of similar state to the Chapter 4 island, where obviously it was literally just floating in the middle of space without a bubble at all, which honestly did look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And well, we will be seeing the arrival of that brand new bug invasion with the arrival of the next season, considering the bubble is no longer protecting the island, which is honestly pretty cool in my opinion. We do know it's going to be kind of similar to Starship Troopers, if any of you guys have ever seen that. Kind of with this brand new alien-like bug species that will be invading the island. And I wonder who the big bad of it will be. I wonder if we'll even save Dago by the very end of the season. As we do know, Season 4 here in Chapter 6 is going to be the final season that we do have on the Chapter 6 island, which is honestly so cool. It means we're going to have an all brand new live event here in Chapter 6 Season 3 as well, which I know should come to some good news for any of you guys who have obviously wanted to see live events happen again in Fortnite, as it looks like Fortnite is finally listening. So leave your thoughts on that down in the comment. But also thought it was worth noting that you guys can also get yourselves some brand new Twitch free rewards right now in game for the arrival of a brand new free backbling and also a free harvesting tool. All you need to do is watch a Twitch live stream for 1 hour and you can get both of these rewards. So I definitely would be sure you're getting them as soon as possible, as they are actually quite cool. And there's just another free reward that you can add to your account, so definitely be sure you're not missing out on those. But we do also have a pretty cool Easter egg that we're going to check out right here, as we are now in the Supernova Academy. This place is honestly a bit of a maze to me. We're looking right now for Hope's room. I think this could be her downstairs, or it could even be Jones. Oh, okay, here she is. We have Shadowblade Hope just here. But if you do actually take a look at the table, I don't know if you can pick that up, we can actually see that there is a postcard of a very similar location. Now, this is actually a location for the Chapter 5 map, as it does seem to be a postcard, and it looks like it was actually sent by Valeria. As many of you guys do remember, we do know that Hope left Valeria a message before she moved on to the Chapter 6 island, where more or less she did say that she could take over the underground, which was obviously the team set up at the very start of Chapter 5. And well, it looks like Valeria is living well on the Chapter 5 island, and the map does seem to be in a much better state, which is pretty cool. I do wonder if we'll see the return of Valeria at some point in the future. And I do think that they were a pretty underutilized character, and I honestly would love to see more of them. So be sure to keep an eye on Hope's room over the course of this season, as there could even be some more brand new changes. But Hope's room is not the only room that's gone through some changes as well, as we do know Agent Jones now has an all-new office in the Superhero Academy. And while this office is actually a direct reference to his OG office we had back in Chapter 2. When we first had the introduction to Agent Jones, we were obviously transported to his office room during the Device live event. And while it looks like his office is more or less the exact same as it was all the way during that live event itself, I do honestly think it's pretty cool that we're seeing so many little Easter eggs to the old storyline. And it doesn't even end there, as we have even more that we're going to be going over in just a moment. But we do have some people right here. Man, these kill switch pistols are honestly the coolest pistols we've ever had in Fortnite, honestly. Is this guy down here? Oh, there you go, buddy. Oh my god, right. This hyperburst pistol as well, honestly, is aimbot. Like, it has literally 0 reach. And I suppose we will use the Superman sprite. This thing is honestly pretty cool, and it's kind of funny. It's a little bit of an Easter egg to the boys. As if any of you guys have ever seen that show, you'll remember that basically Butcher was using a baby with superpowers and using the laser eyes on it was obviously pretty hilarious. And well, now we can do the exact same thing here in Fortnite with the Superman sprite. The only thing is, it's kind of underpowered. But also for another pretty cool Easter egg, if you guys did obviously head over to Utopia City, you would have noticed that in the center of this actual city, we do have a giant orb floating around the middle of this location. And well, I don't know about you guys, but it kind of does look very similar to a 0 point. I mean, you can see we do obviously have the currents kind of going through, kind of similar to the actual 0 point itself. So maybe the 0 point is located inside of this. I think that would honestly be pretty cool. But if you do actually take a look right in front of this, you will obviously see a portal that you can actually see the old vault from chapter 1 inside of it, as that was a part of the vault live event where we could actually unvault a weapon of our choice depending what we voted for, which is a super OG event. I mean, that happened so many years ago now. And well, we do know Fortnite OG is also getting some pretty cool updates as well, obviously with the return of the visitor, and we're going to be getting the return of the OG rocket launch live event, which obviously happened all the way back in 2018 as well, the first ever live event Fortnite ever done. And while it does look like both of the storylines are actually going to be connected from OG and also Fortnite chapter 6, as it looks like the portals are directly connected to each other, and we do know that the brand new visitor reality unknown skin does seem to be the exact same visitor that we obviously had during chapter 3 when he was obviously turned into Chrome. So it's honestly pretty cool. I'm really curious to what exactly they're doing here, considering this is obviously no accident, and it does look like we could be seeing the return of all of the 7 yet again in Fortnite, hopefully very, very soon, with a bit of a soft reboot, as I'm guessing we're probably going to see all of the celebrities playing the 7 members be completely recast, especially with all of the big celebrity actors obviously being busy with all of their different movies, such as Dwayne Johnson and also Brie Larson. So we'll obviously have to wait and see exactly what happens with that, but for any of you guys who are a fan of the old storyline, it looks like it's finally coming back, especially with this portal showing us the OG 0 point, which is honestly pretty sick. And I mean, just look at the brand new visitor skin, probably one of the best OG skins we have so far in the game. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have unlocked it yet. But don't worry, we do also have that brand new collaboration as well, which you guys definitely don't want to miss out on, as it's personally one I think you guys are honestly going to love. And I mean, look at this as well. We obviously have the arrival of these Spire Scouts that do obviously show up on the island. And what I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but these do look very similar to the Galactic Gorgers that we had back in chapter 2 season 4. I mean, they literally look the exact same, obviously with a little bit of a design change. I don't know if this was on purpose or if it was just some sort of coincidence, but honestly, it's a pretty cool addition. I mean, that Galactic Gorger was honestly a pretty cool update we had back in chapter 2 season 4 for the first ever Marvel season. But we do only have like 8 people left here, and it looks like we have a lot of them just over here. We have the mythic Spire rifle, so I think we're kind of chilling, to be honest. Oh my goodness, that guy has aimbot. Right, down you go, buddy. And look at that, we got an S rank, people. Okay, Alright, there's that overpowered hyperburst pistol. Right, yeah, buddy. Oh my goodness, we have like 1 shot left on that. There's the last guy right here. And down you go. GG's. So obviously, with this being a superhero themed season with the arrival of Superman, it looks like we're also going to be seeing the arrival of a brand new Marvel collaboration. And well, this is actually going to be coming for the arrival of the Fantastic Four in Fortnite, which I know a ton of people are going to be excited for, considering that brand new movie releases 2 weeks after the release of Superman. And well, obviously, this brand new skins are going to be themed after the movie and not basically the original Marvel universe, considering those Fantastic Four members were returned into Dr. Doom's furniture back in Castle Doom during the Absolute Doom season. And while obviously the outfits should look more or less like these characters right here, which I personally do think look pretty cool. I honestly can't wait to get my hands on Mr. Fantastic, who most likely will have his hand in the form of a harvesting tool, as he can basically turn his body shape into anything he wants. This obviously would make sense. Along with the arrival of the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, were my favorite members of the Fantastic Four, and also the Thing, who obviously is going to be another pretty cool character to see make his way into the game. And honestly, this is just the perfect season for this collab to arrive, considering it's obviously going to be happening over the course of Fortnite Super, and that brand new movie will obviously be releasing very, very soon. So you can let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited for the arrival of the Fantastic Four in Fortnite. as it looks like it's going to be arriving in the game very soon. Let's just hope that they're not pen and ink styles like the Deadpool skins and also the Thunderbolts, but we'll obviously have to wait and see. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys are excited for that. But unfortunately, that is all we pretty much have time for here in today's video. If you did watch all the way to the very end of it, be sure to drop this word down in the comments alongside with your Epic Games ID. And if you're not already, do consider using my support creator code YTURAY inside of the item shop, as it greatly supports the channel. Hashtag ad. And if you did enjoy, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.